Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. Today we're going to be looking at a piece by the artist Diffusion Dreams, and Dreams is actually a software engineer who also dabbles in the world of digital art. He has a pretty clear passion for AI generative art, and he really likes showcasing a bunch of different works. And so in this piece, we're going to be talking about center emphasis. We're going to talk a little bit about stylistic or hybridized portraitures. We're going to talk about the magical element of glitch electric light, and then we're also going to talk about what I call the digital or digital alchemical frontier. So let's jump right into it. So whenever you first see this piece, you're met face to face with kind of this unsettling type of subject. And the reason I say unsettling is because we have this kind of grayish tones on the face there. It almost seems like our subject is kind of dead, but nothing else about this work feels dead. It's very vibrant and it's very energetic. And we'll talk a bit about that here in a second. So like I said, you're met face to face with the subject here. This, of course, is in a portraiture format. You see the bust of the shoulders up, and we see how the accent or a form is accented by multiple layers of contrast. So for here, for example, you have kind of like a light on dark contrast, but whenever you go deeper into the piece, you're going to see some dark on light and even light on dark contrast as well. So multiple layers of contrast going deeper within the work at hand. That, of course, emphasizes the placement of the subject and really calls our attention to that with absolute ease. So like I said, we see this portraiture format, and it's a pretty hybridized or stylistic portraiture at that. And I say stylistic because it's not something that's like concrete or like a photograph or a rendering. In some ways, it is a generative rendering, but this is a really stylistic portraiture. Of course, there's this disc type of shape here at the top as well, hard to miss. And this really results in a very intimate visual experience. Like I said in the beginning, you're met face to face with this subject, and it's very confrontational or intimate as a result of that hybridized or stylized portraiture. Like I said, you have the shoulders up, so it's pretty much just the bust of the subject, and it really commands the spatial composition and takes up a lot of that digital canvas. So in this work, you see some stunning degrees of light, and light is displayed everywhere from the trim, which accents our subject's silhouette, to the light of what appears to be a augmented or virtual reality type of visor. Even the light in this kind of pearl type of colored disc here, light just drives every single inch of this work or every pixel of this work at hand. And it's quite stunning. There's almost this magical element of that whenever looking at like the neon intense fluorescent of this visor here, just a very energetic visual experience, and it really pulls us into the work, and it really incites our heartbeat and gets us going. And so whenever you see this work, you're just pulled into it, whether it's from the color or whether it's from the intensity of light. Both of those really work in tandem to bring us into the work as incredibly as possible. And it's very striking, very effective at that. And like I said, there's kind of this magical element there, and we'll talk a bit about that here in a second. We see yet another example of the incredible influence of glitch art here before us. Glitch art, of course, originated from a desire to master the traditionally unexpected or source of anxiety of hardware and software malfunctions. So if you're using a screen and the screen breaks, that would be a hardware malfunction. Or if you're using some type of software and you have a mixing pixel or a torn page or some type of glitch, that would be like a software malfunction. And what the glitch artists did is that they actually took this and put it into a medium of control where they could recreate these glitches in a medium that they could master and control and then create art out of that. So it's pretty interesting because the AI created this glitch effect, and we see that in a lot of AI pieces, what I call glitch cubism at times. And this, of course, results in kind of like a torn effect where you have kind of an echoed form across that. And this glitch effect also adds to that greater sense of energy within the work, and these textures really give you a lot of motion or energy within the piece. You also see what appears to be kind of like torn textures here at the top, and this is sitting on this pearl disc here, and what I see there they feel reminiscent of constellations to me. And this is pretty interesting because it feels like it adds to that or reinforces that greater theme of magic within the work. And we also see this disc almost feels like a halo in a way. The traditional nimbus was depicted as a two-dimensional halo, which would stand on the back of the subject's head, almost as denoting kind of like a degree of divinity within the work. So we could see this disc as like a halo type of sorts, or a nimbus, which denotes the consciousness or the divine nature of the consciousness of the subject here at hand. So I think that's also pretty important to note whenever we're taking a look at this work. And so we see that intersection of that intense light intersecting with that glitch art, and then also all reinforcing with that kind of confrontational or intimate experience with which the stylistic portraiture really conveys to us here. So I think that's really interesting. Finally, I wanted to talk about what I call the digital frontier, or the digital alchemical frontier. And so we're seeing this of course is created by an AI. So this is a AI generative piece, and it's quite interesting because we're seeing some of the the most powerful and strongest tools we've ever seen in the AI world, mainly with DALL-E 2. And DALL-E 2 can create almost anything that you'd like straight out of text, and it's very, very remarkable. So we're kind of constantly looking at this digital frontier where we can push the boundaries of new pages, new software applications, new games, new hardware. Just so much going on, and there's always this sense that we're always pushing the boundary, trying to go forward into where we haven't been before. So I really see that as the frontier. And the reason I say digital alchemical frontier is because the alchemical idea is just how much we can change with software. You know, in the original phones, you had, of course, the physical touchpad, but now you can kind of replace it with software and almost have any display you want. So I see a ton of different things happening at the moment, and whether it's virtual, augmented, or a mix of virtual, augmented, and physical reality, we really are kind of looking at a digital frontier of just vast potential. And it's hard to say exactly where we will go next. I think we're going to continue to blend and integrate there. Of course, I'm in virtual reality right now, so you can just see the implications already in the massive kind of benefits from that. So it's been a blessing to be able to look at this digital frontier, and trust me when I say it's only getting started. We're going to continue to mesh these worlds of the digital and the physical, and to just increase our productivity and everything as a result of that. So I think we're looking at some really interesting developments here, and it's also pretty important to be careful whenever you're exploring this medium. There's a lot of scams out here, there's a lot of unknowns, and there's a lot of different kind of pitfalls that you may fall in, but at the same time there's an immense world of opportunity and productivity right at your fingertips. So I think that's all important to note whenever taking a look at this work. So now I wanted to compare this to one of the other pieces that we have from Diffusion Dreams, and we're going to see what we can learn from that in specificity. Alrighty, so here you see I set up the two pieces that we have showcased from Diffusion Dreams to date. Both of these are going to be AI generative pieces, and you can really see that in the painterly flow within the work, kind of this radiating visual energy coming off of the halo there, as well as, say, areas around here. Kind of that echo of form, or that painterly image, is really characteristic of AI art. Like I said, Diffusion Dreams is actually a software engineer who also dabbles in the world of digital art, and he has a really clear passion for that, as well as a really strong eye for curation. So go check out some of his other works. What you'll see is he has a lot of kind of themes of the divine, or themes of the dark divine. And in this, I see kind of the dark divine, and in this work, I see more of the light divine. So both of those really kind of play off of each other, and he has just such a diverse range of stylistic expressions on his profile. So, like I said, in this work, you have these kind of sense of the divine, and this is going to be that darker divine. This is going to be that much more light or good type of divine there. So both of these work are just absolutely stunning. I knew I had to showcase this one, and there's another one I have my eye on, so be on careful lookout for that one. So hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys learned something. In this work, we talked mainly about stylistic portraiture, we talked about the digital frontier, and then we also talked a little bit about the magical element of glitch light, and kind of just the sense of magic that we get from this work. So hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys learned something. Go check out some of Diffusion Dreams' other works. Like I said, he's always creating something new and really pushing the boundaries of the AI generative medium. So I hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Apollo. This was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.